Okay, UGL, your assembly instruction freaking sucks. So I'm gonna just make a record of this, my current build. And whoever's watching this, hopefully you can gain something from here. I'm not a professional video vlogger, whatever it is, so hope you hope you understand this is not gonna be a professional video, but it will be easier than watching the assembly instruction, reading this or whatever it is that you find online right now, because I can't find anything. So good luck to you. Okay, so this thing comes everything in a box, right? So once you take it out, lay it down, the the table part should be at the bottom, and then you see the parts at the top. Okay, so there is this thing called here, right? There's A and B. By the way, nothing here is labeled. Yeah, so if you don't know which is A, B, C, D, E, don't worry, you're not alone. Okay, so there's A here is basically this metal stick, so you have two of that. And then B is this big heavy one, which you will find here. The B, the two things are here. Metal one is somewhere here lah. Okay, so you need this. The A, B, C is this thing. It looks like it's a rubber thingy. Then there's a metal inside lah. Okay. This one is somewhere here if I remember correct. Okay, and D is this metal. This motorized thing. Somewhere here. Okay. So what you do, you put so you put this metal bar through here, okay, and then you see this metal thing. You push all the way through until you hear click, and then this one is the other side. So these two pieces are the same lah. So one you go through here until it click, and then the other one go through there, and then in the middle you put this one. Okay, so this one settle. Make sure that the front is on top. Okay, so I'm here right now, frustrated as hell, but I will keep updating this video as I go along lah. Good luck. Hey guys, I'm gonna interrupt the video a little bit to explain what's going on here. So what you just saw was the first part, and then I actually continued to number 2, and then number 3, number 4, so on and so forth lah. But later along the way, I realized that I made a mistake. So actually this one is further down the video. I am going to move this one up here to the top, because this mistake actually corrects this part, right? So when you watch this, just know that this next part, after you see this, will be further down the video, and this one will actually correct the mistake that you will see in the following part, which is over here, right? It will make sense once you watch it lah. Okay. Okay, I made a mistake in the video earlier. Previously, I asked you to use the short one, this one, over at this step, to go into the side over here. That's wrong. This is actually S4, which will be being used in the next page over here lah. For this step, you need to use this one, the longer one. The size up here is the same, but it's actually longer. Okay, so this long one goes into here. The short one goes into here. Okay, the short one will be used at this step. This one, short one is S4. S4 is 8. I think this is 8 lah, right? The length is 8, and then S5 is 16, so it's this longer one. Okay, I'm at. Okay, moving on to step 2, right? There's a part where if you watch the official video, you have to put a screw in through here, right? Basically it's here left and right lah. So that one is S5. S5 is this one, this small one in this one here. They give 3 of this. I don't know why. Seems like we need 2. So one goes here, and then the other one goes here. So you actually don't need to put this one in first. You can just put this one inside here and then screw it in. Put this one inside there, screw this in, and then connect it through the middle here. That's a lot easier. This one is small one, hex. Okay, so for this one, you're going to look for this L shape thingy, right? So they come in pairs. It's 2 and 2. It's I think somewhere along here. And okay, so how you assemble them is you look for this one with a flat line. Okay, so one is E, one is F, I don't care lah. But basically, there is this flat side, and then this one is the one with both ends. You see this indentation here? So one here, one here. So you connect these two together. This one on top, this one below, like that. Okay. So then you look for the nuts. The nuts the nuts is S3 lah. Okay. So you need 4 times 2, so 4 plus 4 lah. And then you want this one. It's from here, the big bag with a lot. So these two go together. So 4, 4, and 2 sets, 4, 4. Okay. So this is the finished one. It's pretty straightforward lah. The nuts are inside like that, and then the screws come from the other side lah. So 1, 2, and 3 and 4. So this is the final product. Okay. That's here. So this one we did earlier already, which is the two sides over there. Okay, so for this one, right, I think no need to be super strong. This one uses the big one, so don't need to go ultra strong. Then I scared you spoil this part. But for this one, you do need to be quite strong. So what you do, you use this to lock this one, and then you take the hex key and then you tighten it. Make sure this one is tight, because this one connected to the motor. This one is just a support bar, so not so important. Okay. Okay, next is this part. So there's two, right? So you just use one of them on top over here. So screw goes in 1 and 2. So for this screw, you use the big one. Okay, not the small one with these two, but this is actually a bigger one. So one here, one there. Tighten it, and then part 2 will be this one. This is actually movable lah. Okay, so there's 2 holes over here. You put this one, the nut goes up here, and then one of this it's there somewhere. Basically the nut on here, and then you position it nicely, and this one actually can also push down just a little bit one. Okay, so you'll see that this one muscle inside here, and then this one goes in. So that's for this part. Okay, so just now, right, the thing was facing down, right, and then I said this one the nut, and then the other one goes inside here. It's actually quite difficult to tighten it from the bottom here lah. So what I recommend is you actually bring the whole thing up over here. It's a little loose and seeing it over here, but it's okay lah. It's roughly stable. So bring it up first, then tighten this properly, and then you need the second one goes to this side and that side. Okay, that's part of. Okay, next page, number 3. This one's pretty straightforward. You basically terbalik the thing. Just now it was standing, right? So we can assemble this. Then we flip the table over and we assemble the legs. Now the legs are pretty straightforward. Basically, you just get this, right? They are somewhere here. Here. Yeah, this is the one. Okay. So there's 2 ways you can do it. Either you want to have this one facing you, or this one facing you. So up to you lah. Doesn't matter whether you do it this way or this way, right? So that's your choice. For me, I prefer this part facing me, so I put it down here. So again, from this bag of a lot of a lot of nuts, a lot of screws over here, right? So 4 1 2 3 4 inside here, right? So this is a finished product. Just screw it in, and then there's this round, the feet, right? So this one, balik, screw it in. Pretty easy. Okay, so now after the legs, then you basically attach the short one into here, which is this one. Now if you watch the early part of the video, I mentioned that I actually did it wrong lah. So I actually had to take out the short one, and then I put the long one inside here. And then actually I realized, right, it's actually a good idea to loosen one of them. Okay, either one lah. You've tightened it already previously, now loosen it back up so that this part is loose, so that at least it's loose. If it's not loose, right, then it may have some pre-existing tension inside here, which I don't recommend lah. So loosen one part and then put this one inside here, so there's one here and then one is the other side lah. Tighten this first, then finish off by tightening here. Okay, so next is the sides over here. So there's two, which is here. Okay, you take this one, this part goes into here. Okay, so there's two holes, two holes here, okay, into here. So for this one, you use the same screws as the one that with the nut on. Okay, same screws with the nut. Two goes inside here. I don't recommend tightening 100%, maybe just 80% will do, because this one will attach back to the tabletop. So I suggest this one attach to the tabletop first, then finish off this one. So right now just put about 80% over here. Okay, so once this is up, next step is this one. You connect here and here, like that. So this one is in front, this is behind. Okay, so it'll look like this, and then screw inside here, and then nut inside here, and then screw from the other side. So the finished product looks like this. So we have this, okay, screwed inside here, and then this one and two. That's how it looks like. Okay, now for this part, right? So this one pretty straightforward. Basically, you take the two boards, lie flat on a piece of cardboard, and then you attach these ones. So it's pretty easy, right? The cardboard, bring it over, and then put it over a cardboard. Like for me, I use the box, the packaging box lah, right? One thing you need to make sure the whole thing is flat on the same height material. This one should be same height as this one, so that this whole thing is flat. Previously I used a bit of that one, so one side is that one over here, and then the other side is this cardboard. So what happens is it's not very balanced, so don't do that. Make sure that the whole thing is the same material, so that this thing is flat. So when this thing is flat, you take this one, and also there's a bag of a lot of screws the same size. So take this one and then go inside here. So the round one, you'll see there's one is round, and then the other one is like squarish lah. So round one is on the left, so you just follow the instruction picture lah. So the two holes are in front, so the round one on the left, square on the right, and this one goes in. Make sure it's loose, don't tighten them at first, just loosely. 1 2 3 4, and then align the table, make sure it's like perfectly flat. Next, push close together, align and all that. Then you need to do the round one first, and it's flat and all that exactly. Then you do the second one, tighten it, then that one, then that one. Now one thing to note, right, this one is this kind of chipboard, right? This is not solid wood, so don't tighten this one too extra crazy tight, because if not, then you will spoil the wood. This is it's a cheap product lah, right? So it's cheap, CHIP, cheap wood. Okay, so don't tighten too much. Best is if you can use a hand screwdriver, but if you're using a drill like mine, make sure you're using like level 1 or level 2 to basically get most of it inside, and then hand tighten. You never use this to fully tighten on a chipboard, okay? Else you really will destroy the wood. So hand tighten this on 1 2 3 4, and then that's where we are. Okay, now that we finished this one, so we'll move over to basically the last step lah, which is attaching the bottom part to the tabletop. So this one is super easy. Basically what you do is you just flip the table over, right, and then you put it on top over here. There are 4 holes over here, as you recall, for the table. So you just lock the nuts inside here, as in you just move it into place and then it will fall inside. And you take these small screws, okay, small one, and basically you see a hole, you put it in. It's pretty much as straightforward as that. Now, so for this one, of course, the first time you never tighten it straight away lah. So you just put in pretty loosely about halfway through. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, all the way. Make sure everything fits properly. Then you need to use a hand screwdriver and screw it down tight. But you don't make sure you don't over tighten it lah, because this one is again lah cheap wood. So just agak-agak tight enough can already. Don't go super strong. Okay, so that's one. Now after you have attached the table to the tabletop, next will be attaching the control unit and also the cup and the headset holder. I mean the headphone holder lah. Okay, so actually, right, this is something that's outside of the manual, but this unit, the motor, you can actually have it either here or here. Actually, it's the same thing. You just have to decide which one you want. Actually, you can also unscrew this here and here at any given time. So if let's say you have a problem with the motor warranty or whatever it is, right, you can unscrew from here. Remember this one, there's a screw over here, right? You can take that one out, disassemble this one, take the one out, and then the whole thing can just come out. So you can move the motor from left to right, whichever you want. Okay, so the motor is here. Sorry, the control unit is here, 4 screws, and then of course the wire can go inside here lah. So I recommend putting it through the hole here for some wire management, and then later you can like sellotape it down, you know, just make it clean. Okay, and then the cup holder, actually the cup holder you can move here or here. It's the same. There's 4 holes and these 2 over here as well. Likewise, the motor the control unit can be also over here. I'm not sure whether the whole thing will fit together lah. I don't think so, but you can try check it out if you want to lah. For me, I like the default. Based on the instruction, it's the cup holder on the left. I mean, once you move it front, right? So this will be left, this will be the right. So up to you which side you want. All right, so it's this small one, this small screws. The same thing for everything. Okay, so once you have everything screwed in everything nicely, then you just flip the table over and it's pretty much the last step, right? So you have this round thing. This is for your cable, right? Pretty straightforward, right? Just drop it in the holes, right? And then the cable, power cable, attach it to the wall, and then that goes into here, right, into your control unit. And that's it. There's no like power on button or whatever. It's really automatically activated. So if here it says to press up and down, hold for 5 seconds, release fingers. I actually don't know what this does, cause you know it says it will go to the lowest possible or something. I think don't really have to care about that lah, right? So anytime you want, you just press and it will go up or down. It's actually quite quiet, surprisingly. Even the car engine is louder than this, you know. So if you want it to go like automatically, so you wait for it to blink. Once you blink, then you can let go of your hand. It will just keep going up all the way. So this is how high it is, right? So it will stop after a certain period. I'm not sure exactly what's the thing, how it calculates lah, but it will maximum out at 118, I think. Yeah, that's it. 118 cm is the highest. So this is very high, even for me. So I suppose this is nice if you are like eating Maggi or whatever lah. It's actually quite high. Okay, and I can go down all the way to 71. So I'm not sure if you can hear the motor through the microphone, but it's actually quite quiet. So you can actually use this in an office that's in a quiet office. You totally can use this. I think it's as loud as your phone vibrating, something like that. 73 cm is the lowest. So this is roughly which is about the same height as when you first assemble this. It's roughly, I think, my thigh here, under my pocket. So it's also very low. Unfortunately, you won't be able to sit cross-legged and do your work. Cross-legged, right? It's a bit too high, so too bad for that. But other than that, it's great. Fantastic. One more thing, if you follow my method of installation just now, then this one is actually slightly loose, right? So make sure you remember to tighten it. This one. So make sure this is tight, all four, and then that's it. You're done, good to go. Congratulations, hope you like it. Enjoy. Okay, bonus video. So after finishing assembling the whole thing, right, I actually realized that there's a lot of spare parts over here. So I was wondering what's all this extra stuff, because that's not in the assembly instruction, that's not in the official assembly video. So I was like wondering, okay, what's all this stuff, right? So we have spare parts. So these are the two things we use for installation, no problem. The spare screws are all here. So we have these spare screws, one here, one this, and one of this, one of this, one of this. So it's like extra one piece. I also don't know why. Then there's a bunch of all these extras, and then one extra here, and then this is installation tool lah. Okay, so everything here is extra, don't need. These ones are for cable management. So this one, I'll show you this one first. So this one looks a bit weird, right? Actually, if you go to the back, so the back is this one lah. Okay, okay, hope you can see. Okay, so you see at the turn here, there's two lubang, two holes over here. That's where this one goes. So coming back to the top, it's like that. Okay, so you see this curve fits with this curve. Not sure if you can see. Yeah, so it's like that over here. Okay, so this is where you can put your monitor cables and stuff like that. So there's two, one over here, and then the other one over here. So it's here lah, but underneath. Okay, so that's these two, and then there's another few, there's four more, which is like that, and then comes with screws. This one is also for cable management, but it's for this piece of cloth over here. I'm not sure where is it supposed to go, because underneath here there's actually a lot of extra holes here and there, wheel holes. So how I believe this is tied to this one lah, right? So you basically attach it this way. So there's this thing here, goes inside here, right? And then this one is screwed to the underside of the table. So you can use this to put, I don't know, more cables or something like that. I guess must be cable management stuff. So that's that. Lastly would be these ones. So this one is your standard stick on for cable management. You can buy more if you want to, right? And then just stick it wherever you want to manage your cables. So these are the extras. Where can this be attached? I'm honestly not very sure. Haven't really explored the underside because there's weird holes all over the place, so I suppose you just find a place to put. Okay, now is the real end of the video. Bye.